first down. The give to the tailback. Brings into the open. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access, so he's got some room to work with. Against press, you're risking a pick six. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw in.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen. Playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And he makes the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the San Diego State Aztecs offense will go to work for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a gamer.
Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Now, you've I've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
The Aztecs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Complete to the left. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Fires to the tight end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Unloads quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown Aztecs. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to ride this running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at the first down. The Aztecs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's got it on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Aztecs will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, going to the air. Converts on 4th down, still going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Looking for the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, San Diego State. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, that baby in and strolled into the end zone. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to set up the screen. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield on first down. He's going to take off. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like a terrific atmosphere there today in San Diego. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Aztecs come to the line in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top, looking to the big tight end. It's caught. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the middle. Right on the money. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The Aztecs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Running back searching for a hole. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And he launches in for the score. Touchdown, San Diego State. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got it.
Offense gets set for second down. The running back has it. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the catch. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude. Keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. The 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wide receiver comes in motion. The option look. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And the Aztecs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Might be changing the route. Trying play action. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
As a quarterback.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. The give and tick, 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 tick. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Aztecs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Off the RPO, complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw again. Fires to the right. Holds it in. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And the Aztecs have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. The screen, and watch out. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Makes the grab. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Aztecs! And the stomping has commenced. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on first down. He's going to let it go. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to pass on 2nd down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry. today. And I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching